So greetings to my first video on Python projects for beginners. So here I'll be talking about creating a stone paper scissors game in the Python language. We're going to create this in the Visual Studio Code editor, and if you've not seen my previous video on how to install it and initialize it, download the Python interpreter so that you can run your code. Please watch that video. I'll give the link in the description. So what we are going to do here now is that I've written this code for a stone paper scissors game, and I'll just run this code for you once. Here we've got in the command prompt an input that we have to answer to. So here the thing here is that it's asking you for your choice. So if I put rock, here the computer chooses scissor and you win. So this is a pretty basic project, and it will help you in starting your journey through Python. I'll be explaining this step by step, and so please watch till the end. The first thing that we are going to do is create a new file. Let's name it rock paper scissor .py. Now keep this in mind, whenever you're creating a Python file, you need to add .py afterwards, else it won't run. So now we've created our file, and let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is import a module named random. Now random, the modules basically are external libraries which specify in special functions like that the Python language cannot do. For example, you cannot create a website in Python. You have to import a module named Django, from which you can create your own website. For creating games, you can use the Pygame module, and for creating graphics you can use the turtle module. Same, we've got the random module. So what the random module does is that it lets the computer select random elements or choices and think on its own. So we're going to use it for helping the computer choose a random element from our choices, like rock paper scissors. Now import function basically means that we're importing it in a Python file. So now the next thing that we should do is create a list for the choices that the computer can choose from. So here I'll be naming it choices. We're creating a variable here. Variables are basically what you've learned in math. They are like you assign a value to a number. Just like that, in Python we're going to assign a value to something like some list, integer or string. So here we are going to create a list. List is basically a set of different elements, and so let's get started. So the first element that we are going to do here is rock. Then the next thing is paper, and then scissors. These are the options from which the computer can choose from. So these are now we'll let the computer choose a random element from this list. So for that I'll name this variable as choice. We're going to create another variable. We're just going to name it choice because it is a single choice, and these are the choices. So here we will type the code for the random module. It is very simple. Random dot rand random dot choice, and we'll type the list's name. For here it is choices. So now this is the code from which the computer can choose a random element from this list, the rock paper scissors list. Now we'll create our own input from which we can take from the user. For that we are going to define another variable named as x. Now how to take an input from the user? Basically the output comes here and in the command prompt. So we're going to type input. It will take an input from the user, just like we did here in this entire choice sentence. Input, then we're going to type a sentence that will help the user understand what it wants, what the computer wants. So we're just going to type enter your choice. So now we've got an input from the user. Now we're all set for the two choices. Now let's create conditions. Now, as we all know, there are three elements in a stone paper scissors game, and basically now we're going to create certain conditions. Like for example, if you chose this and the computer chose that, then the computer wins, something like that. So for that, we're going to use the if statement. There is if loop or if statement allows you to like create conditions basically. So what we're going to do here is if x, which is our choice, is equal to. Now keep in mind that you should add two is equal to signs here instead of just one is equal to sign. I don't know why that is, but it is what it is. So if x is equal to rock, and we also have to add the computer's choice, and choice is equal to so now let's keep it paper here. So you tell me who would win. Correct, the computer would win. So we're just going to print I'm just going to type comp, which means computer wins. Sorry. Now let's just copy this statement because we're going to use it again and again. Yes. Let's yes. Now here we will just change it to rock. Now rock and rock means draw, so we're just going to type here draw. Here rock and scissor. If the computer's choice is scissor, then obviously you would win as you have chosen rock. We're going to print you win. So we've created a condition here. And just like that, we are going to create three conditions, as we've created three conditions for rock. So there are 6 more remaining, 3 for paper and 3 for scissors. So let's just copy this again and print this. So now let's change all our choices to paper. Now paper means draw, so we're going to print here draw. Paper, now here in this statement it is paper, x is equal to paper, that means our choice is paper and the computer's choice is rock. So paper and rock means that you would win, so just say you win and 2 exclamatory marks. Now there's the third condition, if x is equal to paper and choice is equal to scissor, paper and scissors, so the computer would obviously win. Just print comp wins. Now the last statement, which is for scissor. Let's copy this and print this again. Now let's change all our choices here to scissor, scissor and scissor. So here, just like as we know, scissor and paper. So scissor would win, that means you would win, as x is your scissor and the computer's choice is paper. Thus it is you win. Then scissor and rock. Computer wins, as the computer's choice is rock and your choice is scissor. So rock beats scissor. That is why we print comp wins. Scissor and scissor, obviously it will be a draw. Sorry. Draw. So we've created the conditions and other things here. So I'll just write here print and I'll just explain all the code to you in a moment. Enter comp choose. Now we're going to basically do what do here is that we're going to tell that what the computer chose. Computer chose string choice. Let me just run this code for once. Yes, string choice. Enter your choice. Rock. Computer chose paper. Computer wins. Yeah, it's working. Let me just try it one more time. Enter your choice. sorry, paper, computer choose rock. You can just the last time enter your choice. I'll just keep it paper for now. Paper, computer choose scissor, computer wins. Yeah, it's working. So now I'll explain. There's some people who don't know anything, like haven't understood anything. For those, I'll be explaining this code one more time. So line by line. So first line here is that import random. What basically we're doing here is that we're importing a module named random that will help the computer in choosing a random element or the random choice from the three choices that we have in a stone paper scissors game, that is rock, paper and scissor. Basically now we're creating a list from which the computer can choose from. We've named it choices and it is a variable. It's a list here of strings. These all are strings. Strings are basically that anything that comes within these two captions, a single inverted commas. Rock, paper and scissors. We've got three elements here, three choices. Then we're going to type the statement in the fourth line that allows the computer to choose a random element from the choices list. So this is the command. We've created a variable for it, random.choice choices. So this is the command from the random module. As I said, random.choice, it will select a random element from this list, as I said earlier. The next thing that we are going to do is x is equal to input, enter your choice. This statement is basically like the thing that comes up here, enter your choice. So the function of the input keyword is that it allows you to take input from the user. It is the same statement as it has the same syntax as print, but the thing here is that you have to add a variable to it, unless it won't work if you want to fiddle with it afterwards. So we've created a variable here and it is the input from the user basically. Then the next thing is the print statement. Print statement basically means that it's going to print something in this command prompt. The command prompt is basically the area where the output comes. So now I've written here computer chose and string choice. I've added a comma here and then string choice. So str choice means that it is in the sentence. So string dot choice means the choice that anything that the computer choose. It could be paper, it could be rock, or it could be scissor. Now we've got the conditions here. These are the conditions whenever you choose rock. So if x is equal to rock, that means if you choose rock and computer chose paper, then we're going to print computer wins. You've got to put an indent here. If you don't put an indent, then there will be an error, just like this. So you have to put an indent. Indent means basically a space, just like that. Something you can just press tab and then it will create an indent. Now then the next sentence, if x is equal to rock, our choice is rock and the computer's choice is rock as well, then it will be a draw. If our choice is rock and the computer's choice is scissor, then you win because rock beats scissor. Just like that, we've also got the one condition for paper here and scissor. Now the important points that you should keep in mind. Basically, whenever you're writing an if statement, as I said earlier, you should use two equal signs or else it won't work. If you use only one equal sign, let me just show you, then it would show an error, just like that. Yeah, it will show an error. Yeah, invalid syntax. Invalid syntax means you didn't type it correctly, basically. So this is the code for your game. I'll be posting it in the description as well. So if you want to access it, it will be available in a Word document format, or in a Python format. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, as I'll be posting a Python complete course that will take you from a beginner to pro. Once I reach 100 subscribers. So stay tuned for that and like this video. Thank you.